Hello, everyone. Uh, my son and I were shopping at the Goodwill on Broadway and Archer in Denver on this day. I found this teapot with the copper sleeve on it, but I wasn't interested in getting a teapot that day. Those, however, can sell for up to $130 new online or as low as $8 on eBay used. So I'm behind on my uh, shop along videos because I am still learning to edit and I'm not very good at it, so I procrastinate. Here my son is pointing out enamel pot with the Italian colors, Italian flag colors on it. And I'm telling him that I would like to find some fire and light, so we start looking through the clear glass. That dish there had a really pretty handle, but I did not investigate further. Over here I see a clear glass or crystal uh, bowl and stop to check that out. It did not have a maker mark on it, and it was pretty plain, so I left it. Had a nice shape though, real simple design. There is a lot of barware here, and I like barware. Oh, and now I have found my first Costa Boda in the wild. These are the snowball candle votives. And I'm excited because there's 3 of them. They were $3 a piece, but you know, I just like that I found them and I picked them up. And they went good on my live sale. And then, bam, next thing I find is an Orpheus starfish candle votive. I don't know what it is when I pick it up, but I know it's something. I'm not familiar at this point with Orpheus, but I have since researched them and know that they are a part of them, and Costa Boda are a part of the same company. And Orpheus has been around since the 1800s. So they're a very old Swedish glassmaking company. I'm curious about this little lucite thing, so I moved that vase to take a look at it. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was interesting, but the lucite was discolored. So I did put it back on the shelf. I still don't know what it was. So here I am trying to get my son to help me figure out uh, the mark on the Orpheus starfish. I'm wearing my reading glasses that day, but sometimes I still can't make things out. I do struggle. I probably need a stronger reading glass. Now here's some pretty clear glass and crystal. There's the anchor hawking boopy candle wick and the 3-footed clear candle holders that are possibly Jeanette. Then on this end cap with some pretty white birds, I noticed this dove, which was really well made. And I do love birds, but doves are sort of my least favorite. So I did leave that behind. Probably should have grabbed it. I think somebody else would have loved it. And these plates, they're made in Portugal, and they were just beautiful. I do regret that I did not pick them up and bring them home with me. I like mix and match my dinnerware, and I think those would have been a lovely addition. That was beautiful but damaged, as you can see there. This was a strange pottery object, and I was not sure what it was. And I picked up that vase because it had some beautiful colors, but it was modern, so I sat it back on the shelf. And then I find probably my find of the day, that day. So it is a burlwood bowl. I don't know if it's teak or what wood it is, but it also has that shell art embedded in it, and I thought that just made it extra special. So I did pick that up. Still looking for my fire and light. Haven't given up. I see what are meant to look like Polish pottery bowls. And then I'm looking at the stemware. Still looking for good barware, although I do prefer, um, oh, those had a really nice stem on them, but I do prefer whiskey glasses, rocks glasses. I like the old mid-century ones, you know, Culver and George Briard. And I think Federal too made a lot of nice whiskey glasses. And here were these three lovely bowls, which I have found again recently, but I have not picked them up. I don't do a lot of reselling of plates and bowls and things of that nature. I mean, I do have bowls, but they're more decorative glass bowls and not functional. And I think those were both decorative and functional. That spoon rest was neat, and I probably should have grabbed that too. That was interesting. But so far, just the Swedish modern glass and the beautiful wooden bowl. And then I find this. Now, I didn't know what it was at the time, but it is another Orfor's candle holder. That is the Walnut, and it does hold 4 votives. These sell anywhere from 30 to 90 online. You can get them with the single votive, triple votive, and then in the 4 there, which I think is the biggest, but I'm not 100% certain on that. That particular one of the sold comps that I saw sold between 30 and 35, and they were asking 10, I believe, that day, which still would have been worth the investment, but I didn't know that at the time. I didn't see a mark on it, so I left it behind because it was very heavy. And I really like the glaze on that vase, that blue pottery glaze. I am thinking of picking these up. I left that behind. I should have grabbed it. Not for my live sales, but maybe to sell on Etsy. Yeah, handmade pottery would be, I think, a good thing for me to focus on because I enjoy it so much, but it doesn't really sell in the live sales. I think it might do better on Etsy as a format. I do see a lot of these when I am out shopping. Still looking for my fire and light. And then I found this. This is an Indiana glass open sugar. And I didn't know at the time what it was. And I am reluctant to pick up clear glass most of the time. Unless I'm familiar with it. But that was a very pretty open sugar. And I didn't realize it then, but I've noticed it as I've watched back this video, that there was another open sugar and a matching creamer on one of the end caps on the bottom shelf. So unfortunately, I didn't see it, and I probably wouldn't have picked it up at the time, but they are pretty set. And I love finding these glasses. Unfortunately, it was a single and I didn't grab it. I'm looking for a pair or 4 of them in either the amber or the green. Preferably, I would like to find the green. My mom had the pitcher when I was a kid um, that she made her Kool-Aid or iced tea or whatever in and kept in the fridge. And I loved that pitcher. It was so pretty. I liked those, but that was damaged. The little fleur-de-lis on the end was broke off, which you can see right there. There's a nice drying rack. And then this guy, I don't know if he's playing golf or waiting for me at the end of an alley. Now these I really regret leaving behind. I should have picked those up. They are fantastic. Look at the drama and that color. The color was just fantastic. And I should have picked them up, but I didn't. There I'm showing the price, but I didn't let the camera focus on it. And here I pick up a poinsettia glass and look at it, but I'm not interested in Christmas that day, so I left it behind. Still scanning the drinkware. And then I find this Tom Clark gnome, but unfortunately, as you can see, the top is damaged. They wanted $9 for it, but I don't know that even if that was undamaged, if that would have been worth the $9 or $8, $9. Now this I did pick up. Yes, it's modern and it's made in China and it was $10 and it has a little damage on top. But look at the cutaway from black to green, and it was just spectacular the way the light shone through that. My husband and myself both love green glass, and black and green are his favorite colors, so I thought he would really dig that vase. And I was right. There's a beautiful piece of art right there. And the mushrooms on that caught my attention. I should have looked at that, what looks like an Italian pottery bowl there, but I did not. And here is a really beautiful landscape, and I've been trying to collect landscapes with the mountains and water and trees in the background. And I really liked the colors of that one. It was vibrant, but I didn't have $30 to spend that day on art. And then I found this lovely metal bee, and then immediately the damage. I so would have picked that up if it had been intact. They were still asking $6 for that with the broken leg. Although you can't see it when it's displayed like that. Now this was an area in the front of the Goodwill along the windows, and they had it sort of set up more decorative style. So I just walked through and looked at the different things they had up there. I should have, you can see the candle, the different colored candle wax. See it on that one too. I didn't pay any attention to it because of that, but I should have picked up those and looked at them because that's some really pretty blue glass under there, and that actually might have been something. But I didn't investigate. I tend to get overwhelmed when there's a lot of noise and commotion going on, a lot of people talking. It's hard for me to focus. That is a really beautiful little end table with that granite top. That was very mid-century. I should have lingered on it a little longer. Over here they had some artificial plants and that really neat little almost a Native American fetish with that bear in the frame. And then I picked this up because that fish, I really liked that glaze, and the fish on that cup, that mug it was fantastic. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words, but as you saw, it was damaged. Had it just been the little chip, I probably would have picked it up anyway, but then that crack, that was a deal breaker. So I left it behind. Next, I find this little figurine that looks like Yadro. And then my son calls me over because he found this wooden frog. And then I find this mule, donkey, mule, I think it's a mule this way back. And this necklace holder with the bird and the brass tone, which I really liked, and I would have picked that up. But $13? No, thank you. Since I was up by the front windows, these businesses across the street caught my attention. Hot Mess and Pie Hole. That amused me. And then there's the Irish Rover Public House. And we're on Broadway. Next, I head downstairs to the furniture showcase. And I liked the floor on the landing there, but I should have lingered with the camera a little longer to let you get a better look at it. That was a really interesting aluminum, I think, bowl that I found downstairs. And then there was this industrial office chair, which I thought was really neat. And then this mid-70s chair also caught my attention. I do like the 70s furniture, I'm not gonna lie. I could just picture that all cleaned up and in my living room. And I think it was only $30 or $35. 35, yeah. That would have been fun. That table was nice. But I found these Hollywood Regency candle holders, and I believe that was lucite in the middle. But they were asking $8 each for them, and they were not necessarily in the best condition. So I did leave them behind. I regret that a little bit now, but at the time, you have to make your decisions. Now on the landing there was this beautiful owl jar, and it's giant. It is beautiful. It says the wise old owl on the bottom, and it was $10 or $11, and I did leave it behind because of that, but now I'm thinking what a great junk jar that would have made. Thank you guys for shopping along with me today. I'll see you next time.